my name's Mike Wolf. I've been coaching for about 15 years, last 10 of which I've coached ice hockey, and then in my previous life I was a golf professional where I taught for about 5 years at private country clubs. I basically passed my PAT back in 1999, which is when I turned pro. Prior to, I played as a captain on my varsity team for Wethersfield High School. So I coach at KO because essentially KO came to me about 4 years ago to be the assistant hockey coach. And I was very, very honored and happy to take on that task. Once KO got wind that I was a former golf professional, the discussion around becoming a golf coach came into play. Once I was offered that opportunity, I was beyond grateful, as this was a dream come true for me to be able to coach, kids at this level, to be able to prepare them for college and beyond. My coaching philosophy is to never forget the basics. Always practice what you learn and understand that it's okay to make mistakes, and that's how we learn. I think that it's important to create a family within the sport that you're playing, and most importantly, have fun. One of the other key takeaways, as far as my philosophy is concerned, is that golf is an individual sport and should be coached that way. It's not about coaching what you're trying to learn or coaching to a group of people, but actually working within, their own personal abilities to make them the best athlete that they can be. A leader is someone who inspires others. A leader is someone who has a positive attitude, somebody who wants to learn, and somebody who gets others to want to learn because of them. Sports builds character, it builds trust, it builds a sense of team. It's really something where you can kind of get away from all the everyday things and kind of really just focus on the things you love without those outside distractions. I think sports like life, not every shot is perfect. And at the end of the day, you want to collect yourself and get ready for your next shot. I think one of the biggest lessons is to do a pre-shot routine, because golf's about muscle memory. And in order to be able to repeat that same motion every time, you have to set yourself up for success to be able to do that. I think golf is both mental and physical, because you have to mentally prepare yourself for the decisions that you're going to make while you're out on the golf course. But when it comes to the physicality part of it, that's where muscle memory really takes in, because ideally you want to train your muscles properly to repeat those motions, and you need to be able to be thoughtful while you're doing that, which means being thoughtful while you practice and practicing the right way. Because one of the biggest things for athletes is that when they start to get tired in their practice, they start to really lose focus, and once they lose focus, then they're actually training their muscles to do the wrong things, which become harder to fix later in life. So it's practicing the right things in short intervals and being able to repeat those motions on a regular basis, and that's how you become the best golfer you can be. And I think that first and foremost, you want to get the right kids on your team. You want kids who are ready to learn. You want kids who want to work with each other. You're not just looking for the best athlete, you're looking for the character within the person. And when you find those right people, you're able to form a team around that. Because while it is an individual sport, each individual score contributes to the team's results. So that's really kind of how you want to bring it together. And I look at every sport as this: if you have a family that is your team, that family requires support, just like any other family that you're in outside of sports. And through that support is where you're going to gain success.